yourself.
So petty, man. So petty. All right, man. Once again, we are back Sunday night, 7:30-ish, live in the man cave. This is Polk. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. Before we get started, I want to say what's up to the I don't know if I'm gonna do this for the whole night, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to be strong. Try to be professional. Help me, Lord. Help me. Um, I want to say what's up to the All-State PG, All-State coach. What's going on with you fellas?
What's up? What's up?
I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying.
Bro, tough
All
out here
right,
in
man.
these streets.
Uh, it's real tough, man. It's real tough. But anyway. All right. I'm gonna try. All right, PG. Anything in the anything on Tuma State, man, before we as we get started, man.
Yeah, I do. I do want to take it there for a second because I know we're kind of quiet on some things, but the JCP situation is really been an interesting thing that kind of bothered me, and I know we don't talk about it much, so I said I'd be the one there to talk about it. And I feel kind of like it's crazy that you guys give you guys put them in situations to talk about them all season long, and then we start receiving threatened messages about how we're trying to handle kids that we've talked about all season. And it'll be interesting to see if any of those kids even get mentioned in the legend, being that they're not even FHSAA. When you showed them a lot of love, at least I thought so. Um, and I just feel like the personal messages um, were very childish and petty and aggressive in a way that as grown men, it's some things that people can take you saying, but when you start sending out the threats, that's where it bothered me at, you know. So I know you guys don't want to really talk about or speak on it, but I just wasn't appreciative to see somebody actually throwing threats out there when you mention their kids and rankings and everything, just because you don't give someone who they supposedly expect to be ranked higher, that it becomes left field and personal. When you just put one of the freshmen, was it one of the freshmen that you put in to the
Mm-hmm.
rankings?
Number one.
I say this to just to everyone, man. You know, if you don't appreciate what we're doing or what we're trying to do to give exposure to this county, and if you don't agree with us in a way that you feel like it's just so negative and you want to call us hating on the kids or whatever, just log off and don't join in on what we're doing. I know for these two young gentlemen right here, um, they're more serious than I am. I try to entertain the audience a lot more, and they really take pride in it a lot more than I say I would. On the side, because Billy D has been coaching for years, and Barnes, this came from your heart. You know what I'm saying? And it just bothered me, and I'm not one of them people that are gonna let it just slide. I mean, whoever's running that Jordan Christian Prep page with the threats, I mean, just log off. Don't You don't even got to be part of our program if you feel that way. But we are grown men, and just the thing that you kind of said in those messages was kind of foul, and I personally don't appreciate it because I've never seen these two attack any of your kids. If you think I attack the kids, I mean I then hey, but for these two men, I think they've been trying to push and give more credit to JCP than anyone should have. being that they're not an FHSA school, you get more pub than the girls get. And I think that's a slap in the face that we actually look to focus on JCP and we don't even focus on the girls basketball. So from this point on, man, for me, I won't mention them ever again just because of the threats that were made in the messages, and I just had to address it.
Well, since you put it out there, we'll tag in on it. Y'all know I try to keep it positive, professional, and progressive, and all of that kind of stuff. And there's a lot of stuff that comes in the chat that y'all. A lot of it I share with y'all. Some of it I don't. And I just try to take the high road because once again, what we trying to do. But to your point, when and y'all know this, it's like since the rankings came out, and y'all, anybody who knows me knows I'm not a big rankings person because I know that it's going to always carry some type of negativity for the people that don't get ranked, the people don't get ranked when they feel like they should get ranked. But I understand that you got to do it. I understand that's just the nature that the nature that we're in. I understand that's the that's the type of environment that we kind of have to abide by, kind of live in. But and I can take most of it, but like you said, PG, when you start being aggressive, when you start attacking, when you start getting on the page and being all like negative and just borderline, I don't know. Black is you'd be amazed if I sent you the stuff that specific people sent. You'll be amazed. And I wasn't gonna send it to the co-host because I know how they can get, but I'm like they need to see it. And if we're garbage, which was I think that was one like specific. This is a garbage format. We are garbage. Then at that point, why do you keep entertaining, like bro said, why do you keep entertaining something that's garbage? Stick with the people that you say you cool with Fuco and the legend, and rock with Fuco and the legend in. And so for all the people, since bro brought it up, for all the people that was wondering where JCP was in our rankings, that's why they went in our rankings, because once we become garbage and you start attacking us, then at that point, then we wish you well and God bless you in your program. You're helping kids, so keep helping kids, but we ain't got to check in with you and respectfully, sorry, not sorry. It's a lot more I probably could say, would say, want to say, but I don't know. Coach, I don't know if you got anything you want to add on it.
No, Coach, I can't give it no energy today.
Yeah, that goes for any of them, man. Like the way they respond in text message and in message, man. I know they're not sending the ledger their opinions the way they give it to us about it. And we gonna always have two different looks at viewpoints. Ledger have their viewpoint, we'll have ours. But it's just enough is enough. The threats just got. I wouldn't even, me. I personally telling you not to like, and that ain't worth the energy, like Billy D said. But when I read like, yo, that's a threat. Like, hold on, now it got a little too personal.
Too personal. And it make you want to not make you forget it make you forget for a minute that you're professional and that you walk in a different way. Like you said, you ain't always been educated. You ain't always been in the system. I ain't always been educated. I ain't always been in the system, and neither has Coach. So at some point, all of us has been walking a different walk, and sometimes the devil situation will try to take you back the way you're trying to get away from, and that's kind of how I took it. Like, dude, you about 2 steps from me having a different conversation with you. Like, like legitimately pulling up the address of where JCP at. That's where I was at one point. Like, I ain't gonna be doing too much of this inboxing and DM, and I ain't built like that. But I understand that that's a test, and so
Well, we addressed it now, man, so we can move on from it. But
yeah. So after this, so for anybody that realize ask the question moving forward, even like that one time when we did the rankings, and you know, and a couple other people addressed it. I wasn't going to address it, but I was glad they did. And you did finally jumping in there. What you have? 100 people that's going to tag in like with this same message. So it's like you copy and paste the same message. Had different people that was. I'm like, nobody else does that. Nobody else does that. Plenty of people disagree with the rankings. Plenty of people. That they rankings. But at the end of the day, you know. But anywho, you addressed it, so I'm glad you addressed it. I'm trying to learn to take the high road and not address stuff. I'm trying to learn not take stuff as personal, and to keep the intent in the forefront. But like you say, when you step out of line, you stepping out of line with the thought process that we won't step out of line because we walking different and moving different. But and you won, you did, we didn't, but this will be the last time we'll address it. I agree with you on that. So from henceforth, anybody that sees them conveniently not listed, and if that make us a shade tree or a garbage outfit, then so be it. We'll take that. You know, it is what it is. So like Newt said, you can't please everybody, and we can't. We try, but we can't. So all right. So appreciate that, Puma State. Coach Stoney, you got anything in your corner to speak on?
Coach, let's talk about this Tar Heels Duke game. Let's really talk about it, Coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, who predicted for our Tar Heels to be here after all those kids entered the transfer portal, coaching change, you know, and I just found out we was Coach K's first loss, and we're going to be his last loss, too. So, how you think this rivalry is going to move forward with Coach K being gone?
Oh, I think it's still gonna be the same rivalry, man. I don't think nothing will change about it. It's Duke, Carolina. You know, that's what it is. I called Andre Shaw today, man. Guy sent me the voicemail. Gonna act like he didn't get it either. Watch. I know what's up with these guys, coach. But no, I think the rivalry gonna still be the same. It won't change.
It's gonna be different with Coach K not being on that sideline. 42 years, bro.
I felt it was different when Dean Smith left.
It'll be different without Coach K, but I think the rivalry will still like you said, Dean Smith, it didn't. Well, the thing is, Dean Smith, they lost Dean Smith, but they picked up. Let me say something before I talk about the game. Okay, this is just my love. There are some North Carolina fans, okay, and the North Carolina fans that's been North Carolina fans all year, 2-3 years ago, 10 years ago, I can take them barely, but I can take them. But it's these popcorn microwave Carolina fans that I can't take. You just became a fan 2 minutes ago, and you posting on the book, I'm getting tagged and stuff. Them the ones that and then even with me getting tagged and stuff, y'all know I don't bother nobody, man. We beat people. I don't go do. But anyway, that's my quick soapbox. So back to the rivalry. When Carolina lost Dean Smith, they ended up getting Roy Williams. So you replaced one Hall of Fame coach with another Hall of Fame coach. So
that's not true, coach.
Well, they went from Dean Smith to Guthridge. Guthridge won a championship, right?
Oh no, we had Matt Doherty, and we was horrible during his
Doherty
team.
came out the gutter.
Yeah,
We
Matt
got.
Doherty.
Gus was right after Dean Smith, right?
Yeah, we made it to the Final Four with him, but then he
And
stopped.
y'all
Yeah,
got
we
right
didn't
back
win it.
with Guthridge, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
went
Got
right
right
back.
back with Guthridge. Daughter was a tough spell for y'all. Then you picked up Roy Williams, so you picked up another Hall of Fame coach. So
You
the
did.
coaching hasn't fell off, and then midway through the season, people was ready to get rid of Hubert Davis. And shout out to Hubert Davis, man. He figured out he was playing too many people. You never could have told me that a college team, not Carolina or anybody, could be playing for a national championship only playing 5 people. You could never tell me that you could get that far only playing 5 people. So
North Carolina made it to the Final Four only playing 6. Twice.
who?
We made it to the Final Four 2 years like that, only playing 6.
So, I ain't say 6, I said 5. Them guys go out there at 5, and he don't sub people out. I've never seen a team can play I've never seen it before in my life. So shout out to him for being able to do that. So I'm still like amazed the fact that he's able to do that. And last night, if we talk as far as the rivalry, it remains to be seen. I hope that Shia can keep up the rivalry. Coach K been there for what 40-something years, so it's been since Coach K got there. Carolina's had we just said 4 coaches since Coach K started coaching at Duke. So there has not been any change on the Duke side. So it's gonna be a transition. I don't know what it's gonna look like. But as far as the game last night, I thought 3 reasons why we lost the game. Mark Williams got foul trouble. We talking basketball now, not just you being you. But this my take. This my take. Mark Williams got in foul trouble, which hurt real bad. We shot entirely 2-minute threes. We was horrible from 2-minute threes, and we couldn't make. We was horrible from the free throw line down the stretch. Free throw down the stretch, we just couldn't make a free throw, and that's why we lost. And it's just amazing to me that they continue to just play 5 people. Like I say, shout out to Hubert Davis, man. He figured it out. He stopped playing all them people. You ain't coming off that bench unless somebody is hurt. Like if Baycott wasn't the guy hurt for that for them 30 seconds he was hurt, it would have. But it's working. So it's like credit to him. He making it work, and he got one more game to be a champion. So I can't. It sucks and it hurts and it's tough and it's rough but at the end of the day, shout out to Carolina. They won. They y'all starting 5 played more minutes than I started 5, and that had a lot to do with it. I think if Williams played the whole game or played more minutes, I think but you could have, would have, should all you want to, and then Love had the game of his life. None of our game plan. I thought we did a good job with our game plan. Our game plan was to take away the white boy.
We outcoached that guy, man.
I don't know about that.
We forced them. We took away the drive. We forced them to shoot threes. We outcoached them.
Bro, we killed y'all in the paint, though, so you can't say that. We killed y'all in the paint.
He left a guy in the first half with 3 fouls to get his 4th foul. We outcoached that guy, man. He was nervous.
I don't know about that. I don't think no real Carolina fan would say y'all outcoached us. I just feel like because
so it's okay for y'all to get 4 fouls. You say, well, it's in the game, but Greg Anthony get the 4 fouls, and we want to get Greg Anthony out the floor, and that's how we beat him in '91. Come on, bro, you saying the same thing you talking about, man? That was bad coaching. That guy got 3 fouls. You still playing in the first half?
Who was going to play though? They both had 3 fouls. Who was going to play? They both had 3.
Small ball. I went small ball.
And then what? Then who gonna guard Baycott?
You can't make it. I don't know. He was a beast anyway. At 21 rebounds.
21 rebounds.
So what do you do, bro? What do you do if you the coach now? Okay, you put your coach hat on. Both your bigs got 6 fouls between them 5 minutes into the game. And Carolina whole thing is to go to Baycott inside. What do you do?
Hey,
So one of them got to play. One of them got to stay in there.
Neither one of them could guard him last night. Then.
Well, I mean, and we can go off the, we can. I don't know.
Hey man, I just feel like hey, like you say, both of them got foul trouble, but you just said if he wouldn't have got a foul trouble, y'all would have won. Yeah, I'm big man fouled out.
Bro, some if we, but anyway, I'll defer. Coach, what's your coach? It's the thing. This the other thing too. You can't really have in my experience, you can't really have a legitimate basketball conversation with a Carolina fan. A Carolina fan is extremely, for the most part, extremely tunnel vision and one side. It's like you can't really discuss basketball because it's not, you're not talking X and O's with most Carolina, which is why I don't talk basketball with most Carolina. If you notice, this is the most I don't talk about basketball as far as Carolina and Duke ever. And anybody who knows me, who know me about Duke and Carolina, know I don't even talk about Duke and Carolina because it's never a legit conversation.
It's only legit when y'all win, huh?
That's it.
We took a loss. The last Coach K game. My thing on it is, bro, anybody who know me know I take losses just like with the best of them. But I'm just saying, I'm asking you a question as a basketball guy. If your two post guys get 3 fouls in the first 6 minutes and they hold offense, what you do? You gotta play one of them.
I gotta go zone or something, bro. I gotta make an adjustment, bro. If he was that important, I'm not gonna let him get 4 fouls. I'm just saying, like I text you last night, y'all gonna let us hang around, and this is what's gonna happen. Y'all let us hang around. I thought y'all would win the game off of the Coach K thing at the beginning, but I said what I told you. If y'all let us hang around, it's gonna be a problem at the end. What happened?
I hear what you're saying, boy, but it's twofold. You know, if you do go small, you maybe can pull Baycott away from the basket where he's most effective. Then he's gonna have to defend on the perimeter. I mean, but it works both ways. Now, your comment about North Carolina fans, but Duke fans is right below LeBron fans. They right there neck and neck. So I take offense. I feel attacked by you talking about us North Carolina fans like that and how we get that comparison.
What I'm saying is, I'm not saying all Carolina fans, but I'm saying a few of them. I mean, the thing is, I'm a Duke fan, y'all Carolina fans, so we're gonna see it our ways. But I try to keep it as a basketball thing. I'm giving credit. I'm saying the guy did an amazing job playing 5 people and winning the game. I've said that. I've said that to people who before this game. It's amazing that he's doing. I don't think nobody's ever gotten to the daggone championship playing 5 people. I've said that he found something and he ran with it and it's working. So credit to him. They do what they do. They're gonna make sure Baycott get the ball. The kid, the dude gonna shoot the threes. And where y'all Carolina is just as good as Caleb Love. And last night Caleb Love was great. You look at the games early and so tomorrow night, if Caleb Love ain't good, y'all gonna lose. I don't care what Baycott do. I don't care what the shooter do. I don't care what the point guard do. Everything that Carolina is predicated on is the Love do because he takes more shots than anybody. And so for him to get 28 last night, I mean, that's why y'all had a shot to win the game. I mean, that's me being a basketball guy. Okay, we couldn't stop Love. He hit some tough shots, like that last shot he hit some big shots. But all I'm saying is, for the most part, most Carolina people, it's hard to have to come. And you can ask anybody who knows me. I don't talk basketball, period. Not just Carolina. I don't talk. You know that. Y'all know that. I don't talk basketball like that because folks feel how they feel. But you asked me a question. I'm telling you my take on it. My take on it was we got in foul trouble. Now, if I was one of the Duke fans y'all talking about, then I would say something about. I text you, bro, about the one foul that Baycott I felt should have got for that elbow he threw. They gave the fourth foul that old boy got. I felt like that should have been Baycott foul because he swung the ball. I didn't say nothing else. about it. I said to you, if we keep shooting these threes, we're gonna lose the game. We shoot threes anyway, bro. So that's what we do. We shoot 3-pointers. So that we just wasn't hitting them. It ain't like we did something different. And y'all shoot threes. Y'all just was hitting them. Well, the boy was hitting them. The love dude was hitting them. So having said all that, the original question, do I think the rivalry is gonna take a back seat? I don't think the rivalry will take a back seat. As far as on the sideline, it's gonna be different to not see Roy Williams or Coach K on the sideline. That's going to be, or Dean Smith. That's going to be a huge adjustment. I don't know how John Shaw's going to do. I know he's bringing some kids in, but you still got to coach them up. So, but to your point, Carolina won the game.
At this point in the season, Duke just lost to the better team.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That Duke, us going into Cameron is what catapulted, this momentum. So when we beat Duke at Duke, we've been playing well since then. So we sure appreciate them because this team, even though I'm a Carolina fan, I didn't predict them to get to the championship game.
Yeah, I did. I'm keeping it real. I didn't predict them to get to the championship game either. But I did ask this question to Polk Hoops. The first time the tournament started, I looked at the records and I asked, why are we an 8th seed when we only got 2 more losses than Duke? Didn't I ask that, Barnes?
Yeah.
That was weird. And he was like, well, we played terrible at the beginning of the year.
What I said was y'all had some bad losses mid-season. And so they, the tournament. But the thing is, should Carolina have really been an 8 seed? No, they shouldn't have been an 8 seed. I think overall, not just Carolina, I think overall, the committee did I won't say horrible job, but I think they did a bad job of seeding some teams. They had some teams seeded like real low that I thought was better, and I'm across the board, not just Carolina. I didn't think Carolina was an 8 seed, not how they was playing, like you say, after they beat us and then how they ran through the ACC tournament. I didn't think they was playing like an 8 seed, but I think they held them earlier losses, them bad losses against them from like, I think they overdo that whole body of work thing. I think it's how you playing at that time. But like when they lost y'all lost to Wake, I think y'all lost to Miami. Y'all lost to two bad teams. And I think they held that against y'all. Yeah. And that's why y'all got the 8 seed.
But being the 8 seed helped us in that region. Definitely. So
like right now, y'all Carolina fans. And once Bro get through being who he is, he'll be a basketball guy. He gonna put on. So I told my son, I said, I'm gonna have to take. I say Billy D ain't gonna be as bad, but Tuma gonna be extra, and I'm just gonna have to deal with it. So I'm not surprised. I can take it. What get me once again, what's getting me is these popcorn Carolina fans. Now, even like in the chat, I already knew Carolina. I had Carolina do this. Not come on, bro. Let's just keep it a book. When the bracket first jumped out, y'all just said, man, we surprised Carolina championship game. And y'all true diehard fans. You telling me cats like, man, when the bracket first dropped, I already knew Carolina gonna do this. They ain't telling me nothing. That's where you lose me at. Just be honest with yourself, man. I'm happy we here. I'm a fan. I'm surprised we playing good ball. Nah, man, when they dropped the bracket way back 3 weeks ago, man, I already knew who was gonna be. This ain't no surprise to me. We finna drag cats. Come on, bro. Did you be real with yourself, man? Be real. And that's where you lose me at. But can 5 people win tomorrow?
I think we match up well with them.
But the point is, you can't say no because they done beat everybody else with 5 people. So you can't say no, they can't do it. And you ain't to my credit, to my point. Go ahead.
Baylor, UCLA.
No, I'm saying to this point, it's worked. So why would you say now all of a sudden it ain't gonna work? It don't work 5 times? Longer than that, if you count the ACC tournament, it's been working for 3 weeks. So I mean, the Kansas people saying that, they're gonna beat y'all by 15, but I don't know how hurt Baycott really is. that's gonna have a that's a bit, and you know.
Yeah, Bird called that win at Cameron. We were sitting by each other. I didn't feel comfortable with it. He said he was gonna come out spread.
Bird is a diehard delusional Carolina fan. Okay, so you delusional, you call everything. So
He
Bird
ain't
and
no
my Bird,
Carolina fan now. Come on now. He just a
what
diehard.
I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. You do you remember? Come on, let's rewind back. Do you remember on Fifth Street when Hen and Taba was doing the when they were selling the food and he was up under the carport? How crazy he was talking that year y'all was struggling, and he running these kids down, and I'm like, Bird, come on, man, I'm running down the people who on the squad. This ain't had nothing to do with Duke. This was Carolina when he was ready to throw Carolina in the gutter, and I'm like, bro, these people at Carolina, these people was all Americans where they came from. Carolina ain't just going and picking up no third team all county. They picking up McDonald All America. So I'm pulling the people up on the phone and running down the stats, and he like, oh yeah, so yeah, you're right, coach. Oh,
nobody in the county that can play for Carolina.
Say again now.
Is there anybody in the county that can play for Carolina
right now?
Yeah.
No. Not right now.
No.
You saying in 2022?
No.
Okay.
There's nobody in the county that's a great fit for Carolina.
Can anybody play for Duke?
That's a no too.
Kansas?
There's nobody in Polk County can play for the people that's still playing basketball right now. That played basketball this weekend.
Kentucky? They lost the first round.
No.
Okay.
Calipari type players, we don't have those.
Just checking.
Now, are we finna lose some fans because we saying that?
I mean, it's just my opinion. We don't have kids that are great fits for those programs. But it's not saying that we don't have high major kids. But yes, we do have high major kids.
We got high major kids, but to me, you got Carolina, Duke, Kansas, Villanova, Kentucky, Michigan State. Who I'm missing?
Michigan.
I'm missing one more. It's like 8 teams that are like here. Then you got about 8 more that are about here, and then you got a whole lot more that are like here.
I think got there, gotten back to that level.
If you asking me today, do we got anybody that can play for them guys? I would say no. If you ask me this next year or the year after that, then my answer might change. My answer might change.
I'm saying right now at this moment, I say no. Right now, at this moment.
If you ask me this same question, what the day is? April the 3rd. If you ask me this question, April the 3rd, 2023, my answer might change. And if you ask me this question 2024, it definitely will change. But I think we got 2 kids in 2024 that could get to that level. That's just me. I think we got 2 in 2024 that can get to that point.
Yeah, I don't think they can play you Carolina Duke. I don't think we got any kids in the next.
Look at what's the name game. Look at and we're not putting this on him. We're not putting this on. Well, I'm not. Let me say it that way. I'm not putting it on him. But look at the dude that killed us game that played with y'all. Love.
Yeah, y'all recruited him.
Can I make my point, man? Y'all, you got it, bro. You got it, bro. You got it. If he at Carolina, most people that Carolina got, we recruited, and vice versa.
I know where you was going with it.
It go that if he at Carolina, that means I'm sure we recruited him.
I know where you was going with it. But go ahead, bro.
Well, he just firing them off. But so the kid that killed us last night, Love, and even the other kid, Leaky Black, cause to them two, do you projecting 2 years from now, not today, 2 years from now, how the LJ kid get buckets, and the Isaac kid can play multiple positions like the black kid. The black kid is like 6'8". Isaac 6'6" right now. Love is 6'4". LJ 6'2" right now. 2 years from now, they continue to grow, they continue to develop, they continue to progress as they have been. Love game as a 10th grader ain't that far from, I ain't saying it the same level. I'm just saying the kind of stuff that they do. It's comparable to to, in my opinion now. And once again, I just try to keep it in the middle. I just them guys projecting. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that's where they would end up. It's a comparison since they're on the stage right now. Now, Coach, I see you kind of doing your face, contorting it, so I'm sure that's not something that you kind of.
I'm saying right now at this time, I don't see anybody playing at those programs. That's all.
I would challenge you, both of us, and I'll do it maybe, to go back and look at if it's available with social media and the internet and technology. I'm sure it is. Caleb Love 10th grade highlights compared to LJ, and Leaky Black 10th grade highlights compared to.
You need to look up where Caleb Love played at if you're gonna go back to the highlights of that.
Yeah. And plus, boys, nobody care about your high school highlights. They're not looking at those. They don't care.
What I'm saying is, my point is, in the 10th grade was Caleb Love and Leaky Black being taught about they going to Carolina level is what I'm saying. I'm not saying they looking at it. I'm saying 10th grade. The 10th grade was Caleb Love, the Caleb Love that gave us 30 last night in 10th grade. That's what I'm saying. That's how we can really compare. We can only compare them to their current levels of where they're at right now. Leaky Black 6'8" right now. I was 6'6". So I'm guessing he wasn't 6'8" in 10th grade. I don't know. But Leaky Black, he affect the game in ways that had nothing to do with scoring. Same thing with Isaac. Caleb Love is a bucket getter. You gotta take the good with the bad. He's gonna take some bad shots. He get into the basket, he fearless. That's LJ. So I'm just saying, from a comparison standpoint, if you bring them back down to his 10th grade level, it could be. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it could be comparable. So if you ask me this question about the 2024 class, I'm saying I think we got two that could get to that level. That's just me.
So I'm just being curious because it's a good question, right? And you go in 10th grade, and you're saying in 2 years that LJ or Isaac will be ranked in the top 14 in the country, in top 15 players in the country.
I'm not saying that. But was
Caleb Love was ranked number 14 in the country.
He was 14 in the country?
He was number 14.
What was he in 10th grade?
I'm going by what we're saying 2 years from now. I get what you're saying. In
2 years, I legitimately think the LJ kid was
14 in the country. If he was number 14 in the country as a senior, he was ranked in the top 25 in his sophomore year. You don't see too many 6'3s jump that much of a level in 2 years, bro. So that means he had been doing it.
That's just my take, and right now.
That's why I wanted to compare some Polk hoop talk. I want to get some Polk hoop talk on that level. I just don't agree. I mean,
you don't see it, and that's fair.
And I'll tell you why I don't see it. I don't see it because of what I just read. Like, those guys are on a national ranked level. You don't find too many non-national ranked level kids in the top 20 going to Duke, Carolina, Kansas.
Yeah, but even with Dylan though, like Coach Bird keep asking, could he play there? He could play there, but I don't think he fits what Hubert Davis is doing. Personally, I don't think he'll go there and flourish. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it fit the type of the game that what's Carolina doing, and that's the reason why I have that.
I know a kid that can go there. I got a kid that he's Polk County, that James kid. He a Carolina Duke type of guard.
Talking about Sizzle?
Yeah, Sizzle. He can go there. He can play there.
Could Dylan go be like Leaky Black? He do the same. He about the same size, and he can guard. And that's what Lincoln Black do. Lincoln Black thing is defense. Lincoln Black thing ain't offense at all. He a game for defense.
We forget that some players got to play different roles in college.
Yeah.
Man. Like Vince Carter freshman year in North Carolina, you would have been like, how he was ranked the number 1 shooting guard in the country. You'd be like, how is he ranked? Because Antoine Jameson came out and he wasn't even ranked top in the top 5 players. Vince Carter was. You'd be like, how could Vince be ranked?
But what well, I don't know. I don't speak for y'all, but I'm saying from my viewpoint, I don't know if y'all can agree or disagree. How Dylan is playing or where he's playing right now in high school, he's not going to play there in college. So his college position is going to look totally different than his high school position. So to your point, he'll probably go to college and look different than he looks in high school because he's going to be in a different situation, right? And it's early in the travel ball season, so apparently LJ just had a great tournament this past weekend. So he's on and then Isaac is playing with a Nike team now, right? So
yeah,
they're playing with teams where they're gonna this summer travel ball season where they're going to be getting that exposure, that competition, because now they're going to be playing those type of kids. Am I right or wrong on that?
You're right.
You're right.
So they're going to get a chance to. I guess to me, I think they got the talent. I think they're going to continue to grow physically and with their games. I just think they just haven't.
I hear you, boys. I'm with you on that, but we saying right now at this moment, right?
Right.
Because they developing in that. I hope they develop into that because that's best for the county. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm just saying right now at this moment, that's my opinion on it. I do see them continue to improve, and I hope they improve to that level.
Yeah, I think they're high major. I think they can play in the conferences. I don't think they can do. I think they can play in the conference. You can go to Wake Forest, Clemson, and all that. You still in the ACC.
Mm-hmm.
I think they can play in the conference.
You think the ACC level? They're not blue blood level.
Yeah, I don't think they're the top 8 level. Okay, let me give you an interesting one on Black because we're talking about him, right?
Yes, sir.
He played at Mount Verb, bro. He played at Concord, won a couple state titles, then he transferred and played at Mount Verb, bro.
Yeah, Black, like one of them kids that Tuma was talking about. When they go there, like the 4th or 5th kid on Mount Verb, they still, top 25, top 50 in the country. You know what I'm saying? Like going to Mount Verb and still producing, their numbers are going to take a hit, but they still.
Go ahead, Coach.
No, I'm just saying that they still, top 50, top 100 kids. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think Dylan's game fit Carolina or Duke. That's just my opinion. I think he'll flourish somewhere else than those two.
Okay, another good one about him, bro. He was a Max Prep All-American as a sophomore. And he played on CP3 EYBL. So that kid as a sophomore, I mean, that kid was
no, that's the thing. And I don't want to sound like if I'm saying this wrong. Like I was telling Bird that time under the carport. If a kid at Carolina, he legit. Carolina ain't recruiting no trash. He's an All-American. He's a top kid. So now whether he goes to Carolina or Duke or Kentucky or Kansas and performs at that level at that college, that's different because they still got to go perform. But his resume, I'm not questioning the kid resume. I know he got it. He at Carolina, so I know he can play. That's like Kenneth Smith was making the point when y'all played St. Peter's. He was saying that St. Peter's had all them little guards from that New Jersey, New York area, or that that Jersey, New York area. But the kid y'all got was the best one of them, which is why he was at Carolina. If he wasn't, he would have been at St. Peter's. No disrespect to St. Peter's, but y'all got the best one, and it showed in that game. If you at Carolina, you legit. It ain't no question in there. It ain't Carolina ain't got nobody on their bench that ain't got no resume. So
everybody can't. And my thing is like Bird saying All-American. He laughing at it. Everybody can't average 20 on Carolina team. Everybody can't average 20 on Duke team.
No.
Like you got guys on that Kansas team, bro, that well like probably high school All Americans and they averaging probably like 4 or 5 points.
That's like I just watched Kansas for like the first time really on Saturday, and the point guard they got that start. Now the one that come off the bench like shoot, but the one that start he don't take like no shot. He just set everybody else up. But I'm sure that before he got to Kansas, he was lighting people up. He wouldn't be at Kansas if he didn't light people up. You know what I'm saying? So, but he got the Kansas, like y'all said, he had to assume the role. Look, I just need you to drive. I need you to get the ball to number 30. I don't know his name. Get the ball to the dude, the shooter. I need you to get the ball inside the big boy. You just make sure everybody's straight. But then when that Remy dude come off the bench, that Remy dude come in and he coming in looking to score. But everybody have to assume a different role, like you're saying, when they transition.
I just want to give y'all some notes about these type of kids. Because the only reason I'm bringing this up because to talk about, and we hit a great point. Like the kid, like this kid is black. He played at Cox Mill High School. First 2 seasons at Concord, he was a junior at Mount Verb. He played for, he averaged 13 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3.2 steals, and was named the team's MVP. Right, he was also the 2018 Carolina Classics All-Star game, and he played in that game. He played in the Beach Ball Classic He was a Beach Ball Classic All Tournament selection, and he was a part of the EYBL. So most of these kids that are part of the EYBL are legit Division I kids, right?
Yeah, I mean the top 2 leagues are the EYBL and Adidas Gauntlet. That's where most of your 5-star kids are going to come from. So it's important for people to see you against these type of kids. Like I think Dylan has done a great job to get ranked as high as he's gotten through one family. But I think for him to take a bigger jump, he may have to consider playing with one of these teams in their high profile tournament. You know what I'm saying? From the word that I've got, I heard Winter Haven got invited to the City of Palms. So that might be another venue that he's going to have to play against the top competition. So, I mean, he can do it, and I hope he does it. I just don't know right now. The thing is, he has a lot of offers. Does he have that top 8 offer that we was just talking about?
He doesn't. So that becomes the next question, I guess, for him. We saying him in 2023, and then we saying those 2 guys in 2024. So we saying we possibly got 3 guys. What is it that separates those guys from getting the offers? Is it the school they at? Is it the circuit team they at? Are they putting up the numbers?
The circuit team they play.
It's going to be the circuit team.
So clear the circuit team. Period.
Yeah, it's going to be how you compete against those 4 and 5-star kids that are getting that hype. So when the people come in the gym to watch them play, you're going to have to give it to them, and you're going to have to make them notice you. You know what I'm saying? So you'll have opportunity, especially if you play on the shoe circuit team, or even if you don't, if you play against one of those high-profile guys and the sports writers are there or the important people are there, you got to make sure that you are on top of your game and have one of the best games of your life.
Is the current system broken?
I wouldn't say it's broken. I would say it evolved. Like we talk about the transfer portal, it's the same thing. It has evolved. Recruiting has evolved. Basketball has evolved, Barnes. Like, the way Polk County used to be, tough defense, doing that. It's not that anymore. Times have evolved. We got to evolve with it. I mean, it's unfortunate, but that's the way things are. So we got to adjust, make sure that, I'm hoping, Dylan, LJ, or Isaac, they got to get invited to these high-profile camps, these skill camps. That's another way they get ranked very, very high also. And if you don't have that person that's fighting for you, like they used to have the CP3 camp, the LeBron camp. Amari used to have a camp. They used to have the Nike top 100 camp. You know, you got to get into those also, and you got to have somebody fighting for you.
And that's because, I mean, let's just look at it. We want to rewind way back in time. Tracy McGrady. Tracy McGrady was great in Polk County.
Mm-hmm.
Was great. But if he doesn't go to that Adidas camp, does he ever really become Tracy McGrady?
No. Same thing with Rashaad Anderson. He went to camp. He killed it. You know what I'm saying? So if they don't go to those platforms,
but they major talent. I guess that's why I'm asking this: is it broken because they're major, which everybody knows they're major talents now. We knew it in Polk County, but if they never go to those things, there is no straight to the league from Mount Zion. There's no UConn national championship overseas. There's none of that for neither one of those guys if that doesn't happen. And I mean, I know it's nothing we can do about it, but like you say, have somebody talking for you or put you on the shoe circuit team. But even with those shoe circuit teams, don't them guys at some point, them things become real. I mean, coach, you out there, and bro, you used to be out there. That stuff becomes real political, right? It really becomes about who you know. It ain't always even about the talent. At some point, it's just about who you know. And I ain't never been on the shoe circuit, so I can't speak to it. I've read and heard about it.
The beast. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna ride whatever wave is high. It is what it is. But like I say,
for the good of those guys, they don't have to actually go to North Carolina, Duke to be great college players and play professional basketball after that. You know, they're legit Division I players.
Talent, yeah,
and they'll get it. I mean, again, it's just I just brought it up because it was interesting to see.
Point. It was a good point. It was a good conversation. It was good. I the LJ specifically and Isaac, I didn't know nothing about Caleb Love or Leaky Black in high school. I'm just saying 10th grade to 10th grade. I just see those guys are, to me, maybe it's the body size, maybe it's the way they play. They both just look comparable to those two guys. And since we was talking about Carolina, that's why I
would say for those two guys, this is the most important summer for them too. You know, if they kill this summer, that's going to help them get to the level that you're talking about. Because just imagine, like, Dylan was at this point last year, and that's when all of the offers started rolling in. This is the most important summer for LJ and Isaac and any other 24 kid.
Going into your junior years, that's where you gotta kill it. Okay. All right. Well, that was spirited. You know, some people, you know, said I got, but you know, that'll be the last time I talk about it. You pulled it out, me, coach. I said I wasn't gonna do it, and you pulled it out me. But hey, it's good. I got it out. It's therapy. I got it out. All right. I saw this on Twitter yesterday. Coach Fitzgerald posted this. I thought it was interesting, so I figured I'd bring it up from Victory. He said he thinks that high school should adopt the transfer portal. He says that this at least assures that the coach and the school knows the intention of their player before they transfer. And he felt like that might deter some of the shady stuff that's going on. What is y'all? He says interesting take, which I thought it was interesting too. I said it's a good topic. So what you think? What's your talk? Your thoughts on that?
Who said it? I heard the transfer portal that we should allow high school to have a transfer portal.
He said we should allow it. And he's saying in that way it assures that you can see the coach in the school can know what's going on. You know how kids got to put themselves in the transfer portal in college, so you know. He's saying he thinks the high school should do it too, so at least you'll know. He thinks that if that's out there, that may deter some of the shady stuff that goes on with the transfer. So what's y'all take on that?
I'm still on. Who is he? Who said that?
Coach Fitzgerald from Victory. Victory head coach. Coach Fitzgerald, Victory head coach.
Yes, CJ, it's school choice already. You know, it's just not a platform for them to say that I'm transferring or going into a portal or whatever. High school just don't have a platform. I mean, I think it's a good idea. I don't think it'll ever manifest to anything. It's just that as a high school coach, you think you feel obligated or privileged. Uh, your players should let you know, and a lot of times that's not happening. Most of the time, that's not happening.
Most time that don't happen. You find out when the guy's office tell you they requested a Cume file.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen. Like I said, who's gonna put that platform together and monitor it? Um, I mean, it's a great idea, but I don't think it will happen in high school.
What's your take, bro?
I don't care because everybody who transfer ain't good.
That facts too. But like CJ was saying, it's school choice. You go anywhere you want to, as long as you have transportation.
Yeah.
Isn't it as a coach, what do you want to know though?
Can I ask y'all this?
Uh-oh.
Give me I want y'all to give me this percentage of the kids that have transferred in probably the last 7 years. What's the percentage of them actually going to college once they transfer? What's the percentage of transfers going to college?
Less than 5%. In basketball, football is much higher. Basketball, less than 5%.
And Polk, I'm saying just Polk County now. Kid that
I know what you're talking about. Just Polk County. I would say less than 5%. I'm thinking you can count. You can count on your hands. I mean, maybe 7 years. I might be too far to think about it, but recently,
yeah, it's not very high. I agree with you. It's not very high. It'll boost. It'll boost from these last few years. Like next year, it'll boost, and then the year after that, it'll boost. But from the last 7 years, it's not very high.
Yeah, you got. I mean, in the last couple of years, I can think of Diego transferred and went to school. Walt transferred and went to school. I guess
I know, right?
I guess you could say that. Trey transferred and went to school. He going to school rather. Coop,
yeah, he's going to
transferring and going to school.
Did you say Cooper?
Yeah, Coop.
Yeah.
You could say that what the kid that went to Kemp went to Jenkins, and he went to school. I mean, in recent memory, that's
Alvin.
Now I say Lester
transferred to Santa Fe.
Alvin transferred to Santa Fe. Well, I say less than 5%. So I mean, that's less than 10 people.
I remember a whole team almost transferred and went to another school, and ain't none of them go to college. That's why
So your point is, what's the point?
That's why I say I don't care. It ain't like most of them. The percentage so small than going to college. They just transfer just to transfer. It ain't nothing to be hyped about.
Is it the gas? I don't know if gaslight is the right word. Is it the gaslight effect? Is it the kid just feel like they
transfer for all the wrong reasons? Most of the conversation transfer be for all the wrong reasons. So even with the kids y'all name, let's take that back. Does Trey go to school at Lakeland?
Yes.
You said would he go to school if he stayed at Lakeland? Yeah, I think so.
Does Cooper go somewhere if he stayed at McKill?
I think so too.
Does Alvin go somewhere if he stayed at
Yes. Yeah, Alvin had that offer before he left for Santa Fe.
Does Walt?
Yes.
Does Diego?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah, he still go to school.
Okay. So all the ones that we didn't talk about that didn't go to school, they weren't going to school anyway. They just transferring for all the wrong reasons. They know more than they think they know in the household.
And like we talked about on here before, you got to be willing to accept the level of play that you're at. Sometimes they think, D2, D3, or NAI is beneath them, or JUCO. You know what I'm saying? It's beneath them. I mean, you got to be willing to accept that if you really want to play at the next level.
What Scott Williams said, your level is the level that people are recruiting you at. You might think you D1, but if you're getting recruited by NAIA, that's your level. And that's hard for people to accept. He made it, that was real talk. Like, look, everybody want to be D1, but if you ain't getting recruited by D1 people, everybody want to go to Duke, Carolina. Oh God. Everybody want to go to Duke, Carolina, Kentucky, Kansas, Villanova, Michigan State. But if them people ain't recruiting you, then that ain't your level. So, we done Pat. You late, Mike. We already had that discussion. We done moved on. You had
you won last Sunday, Mike.
You had to tag in.
He had no double nail you, Mike. He had no double nail. He had the hat and he had the hat and the shirt.
But just full disclosure, if I was not still stuck up here in Pittsburgh, I would have it on because I knew most folks were gonna say I wasn't gonna wear my stuff, so I was gonna wear it. I'm just not home to wear it. Mike, to answer your question, sir. Thanks to Southwest Airlines. So I was gonna be decked out today too, sir. But I gotta wear what I got that was in my bag because the people messed up my flight. So all right, so we're gonna move to the end of the year award, so we can go ahead and upset some more people. We already started, so why stop? We got 5 awards, and the way we're gonna do it as a review: 25% fan vote, 25% PG, 25% coach, 25% folk hoops, and that will be the winner. All right. So we'll start Rookie of the Year. Once again, the nominees was Zay Mosley from JCP, Tate Darner from Santa Fe, Brock D'Alessandro from Oasis, Jeremy Nixon from Kathleen, Jamarius Edler from Lake Region, EJ Horton from Bartow, and Nasir Berrien from Fort Meade. The fan vote was won by Nasir Berrien from Fort Meade. He got 62% of the votes. So now all of us. Who want to go first?
You? Oh, you know you kid.
I knew that was coming. So I hate to penalize a kid for grown-ups. And so I'm not going to do that for the sake of the numbers that the kid put up at JCP as a freshman, like 17 and 11. That was, but it's but then the Berrien kid put up like 17 a game over at Fort Meade. So to me, it comes down to one of those two. The kid I think gonna probably be the best out of all of them 2 years from now is gonna be the Nixon kid from Kathleen. But if you're asking me right now, I'm going with the Berrien kid from Fort Meade, but not by much.
He had a great year. I think he was voted 1A player of the year in this district. But I agree with you. He had a great year. The Mosley kid had a great year. And I definitely agree with you that the Nixon kid probably has the most upside. But right now, as far as who's the best talent, I think the Mosley kid is.
Okay. So you got Mosley.
Who Mosley played for?
JCP.
Hey, I ain't even fake with it. So you pick Mosley because of this?
Yeah. He's the most talented kid as of right now. I would say.
You picked the Fort Meade kid?
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Barnes picked the Fort Meade kid. So popular vote, Barnes got the Fort Meade kid.
All right. But y'all waiting on me?
Yeah, we waiting on you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, all right.
Coach Johnson, you got to take off your coaching glasses, Coach Johnson. Take gonna be tough, but that Nixon kid got.
Yeah, I just wonder how much Tate is gonna grow. He's always gonna be a great shooter. Um, his measurables are not there, but he's gonna be tough. He's always gonna be tough.
Yeah, he's tough. I mean, no disrespect to Tate. Tate had a great year, and he got a very high upside. So I agree with you on that.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm going with the fan vote. Fort Meade.
All right, so player of the year.
Congratulations, Mr. Berrien.
Congratulations to Mr. Barry, Fort Meade. All right, we're going to the game of the year. The nominees was Victory versus Davenport. Victory versus Discovery. Discovery versus Davenport. Bartow versus Lakeland. Arbondale versus Winter Haven. Lakeland versus Winter Haven. And Lake Gibson versus Discovery. The fan vote, 36% voted for Bartow versus Lakeland.
I like Bartow versus Lakeland.
I mean, that was a great game, but I still like the finish from the Discovery Davenport game. So I'm going with that one.
Yeah, I only saw the last shot, so.
And I actually like that Victory Discovery game too. I mean, that's the game where LJ had 44 and Trey had 40. And let's go like 94-89 in a high school game. That was tough. But by a slim margin, that Bartow Lakeland game was very action packed. But Lakeland Winter Haven was too, though.
I ain't like that.
No, Barnes. Pull the trigger.
All right, I'm going with. I guess it's gonna be a tie because I'm going with Victory and Discovery. So that's a tie for game of the year, 2-2.
That's not a tie. I thought Billy D, you picked Victory.
No,
Discovery.
I picked Davenport and Discovery.
You picked Davenport and Discovery.
Discovery.
Oh, okay. So then Bartow Lakeland win it then. Okay. Discovery, Davenport. And I picked Victory Discovery. So Bartow Lakeland game of the year. All right. Congrats, Bartow Lakeland, game of the year. All right, next, impact transfer of the year. The nominees was LJ from Victory, Trey from Discovery, Roe from Lakeland, Tyler from Lakeland, Dylan from Winter Haven, Cooper Ellis from Santa Fe, and Daraji from Lakeland. The fan vote, 29% voted for LJ. It was real close. It was 29%. Trey was at 27%. That was like the closest one.
I got Trey Osborne. He was the biggest impact transfer to me. What he did for Discovery, I kind of knew that going into the year, and he did not disappoint whatsoever. If he's not playing for Discovery is not the same team.
So if Dylan stays at the Rock, Winter Haven still make it to state?
Didn't say that.
Okay, so I'm going with Dylan.
Okay. All right, so it's 1-1-1. I think the Lakeland kids all cancel each other out, so I don't think you can really go with them. But I agree with Trey because without Trey Osborne, I think Discovery may not even win. Will they win 10 games without the Osborne? And I think he might have been the only player in the county that was like top 5 in like four different categories stat-wise this year. So
kid was special.
I'm gonna go with Trey also. So impact transfer Trey Osborne from Discovery. All right, coach of the year. This also was a close one, but the coaches was Coach Henderson Taylor, Wheatlands from Discovery, Coach Anthony Jones, Ampbo from Davenport, Tyrone Woodside from Winter Haven, Terrence McGriff from Bartow, Andre Shaw from Kathleen. The fan vote, Weeds 39%, Ampbo was at 37%. That was another close one. So Weeds won the fan vote. So coach of the year, who y'all got? Who y'all like?
I got Coach Henderson Taylor going from an 8-9 game season last year to basically doubling it. I think he did a great job with his team. I'm sure they disappointed on how it ended, but my vote is Henderson Taylor.
Okay. PG.
Oh, Carolina won.
All right, so you gotta say it though. Everybody, I mean,
No, I'm going Coach Hen.
Yeah, and I mean, I make it a 3. I go with Coach Hen Taylor as well. So, Coach Henderson Taylor, Coach of the Year for Polk Hoops. Shout out to Coach Taylor.
Well, shout out to Coach Ampbo.
Yeah, Ampbo did a great job with not having a summer.
Great with all capital letters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ampbo.
And Weeds did a great job too. He was our winner last year, so we're not taking away from other people.
All right, so the last one. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying next.
Okay, the last award is Player of the Year. So the nominees are LJ from Victory, Isaac from Winter Haven, Trey Lane from Santa Fe, Trey Osborne from Discovery, Dylan from Winter Haven, and KJ from Bartow. The fan vote, 35% went to Trey Lane.
No question doubt. LJ for Player of the Year. I ain't even got to talk about it. LJ.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all those kids. I mean, all of them are deserving. But I do think LJ was the best player in the county this year.
And I will triple co-sign that. I think the body of work from LJ consistently. When the last time we had somebody average on a regular basis, the kind of numbers he was putting up, and then he's as a 10th grader. But I also go with LJ for Player of the Year. He was who?
Gerald Zimmerman.
But you talking about early 90s, boy.
Gerald Zimmerman. But that's how long it's been, though. I mean, that show you how long it's been since a cat was putting up numbers like that as a sophomore. I mean, just a certified bucket. That dude was a walking bucket, man. So
yeah, I know my brother, his 10th grade year. No, he only averaged like 22. His junior year, he averaged 27. So yeah, it's been a while since a sophomore.
LJ don't get Player of the Year in the Legend. LJ don't get Player of the Year in the Legend. But y'all better not read the Legend no more.
You know what? They so unpredictable. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't.
Well,
how many sophomore males have won Player of the Year in the Legend? I only know one girl that has done it. I only know one girl, and that was Diamond Battles. How many male Player of the Years have been sophomores?
Man, listen, ain't nobody do it. LJ is Darius Washington all over again for this county. If you don't know who Darius Washington was in high school, go look it up. Coach
Fitzgerald just said in the chat that Dylan got it. So it's already out. I knew that was coming, man. Dylan
first team, yeah, Dylan definitely first team. But
yeah, I agree.
He first team, but player of the year.
Bro,
Well,
that's tough. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Dylan a great talent. That kid is gonna be major, but he ain't have the best numbers on his own team. So
How in the world did LJ not get player of the year? That's some coaches hating. Ain't the coach the one that decided that with the legend? They help the legend.
they make recommendations. The final say so is on whoever the report is that is doing it.
Yeah,
They only make recommendations.
yeah. No recommendations matter then, cause it must have been about 7 of y'all hating on LJ.
I think that, and I don't know. I don't talk to Fuco, but I think his is a lot to do with how far you go. How far you go and how much press clippings you already have. So
Let me ask
maybe
y'all an interesting question. Did I ask y'all one question right?
mm-hmm.
All right. If any of these teams play OCP in the quarterfinals, do they make it to state after that?
No.
All right, thank you.
OCP drug Winter Haven when they did go over there.
Okay, thank you. So I get what I get what you saying,
And
Bond.
they beat Kathleen too. So
I want to clear that up. That them guys had a tougher opponent to play with the going how far you, with that message of how far you go, because that normally seems to be what's happening the last couple of years. Even with the Bartow kid getting first team last year, and we questioned it. So OCP was state champions.
I just think it, and if we go back and look at the player of the year for the last couple of years, the consistent theme is that, and not saying that sometimes it's not right, you don't get it right sometimes, but the further you go, the more love you get. And Dylan went further. And like you say, nothing against Dylan. He's a phenomenal talent. But if we talking about the on the floor now in Polk in games this season, it's hard to say that a player had a better season on the floor consistently than LJ this year. It's real hard. That's real debatable. Probably the only kid that you can really debate that, in my opinion, maybe the Osborne kid from Discovery, maybe a little bit, but the kid from Discovery, I would say that would be the only name that I could probably put in that conversation. But
Coach Fitzgerald, can you please tell us who was first team? I want to see that in the post. Yeah, that ain't even doing rankings right then. Who was top 5 players in the first team legend?
Did they come out? They come out next week, right? They didn't come out today. I think they come out next. Anybody got the legend first? So PG asking anybody got the legend first team? Look, anybody got the legend first team?
As soon as I see them, do that. I wonder if LJ gonna be first team all state.
In 2A?
I don't know. That'll be a great question. I think if he's not first team, he got to be second team for sure.
That'd be crazy.
That's a good question. Do we have any all-state kids this year?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think
definitely.
Dylan's gonna be first team. I think Isaac gonna be first team. I think LJ should be first team. If not, he'll be second.
And Trey Lane I'll have a chance. Well, if he's not first team, he'll be all state on one of those teams.
Trey Lane will be all state. The Osborne kid will be all state 1 to 3. Mm-hmm. KJ should be all state. I think 4A will get the majority of it. We'll get 3 guys. Who them 3 might be. Man, can you text it to me? 863-838-5678.
Nah, coach, we don't want you to get blackballed.
Yeah, we don't want you to get blackballed, but my number is 863-838-5678.
I I can imagine just in the couple years we've been doing Polk hoops, I can imagine that our first team won't look like their first team.
Man, somebody give it to me.
We already know our player of the year don't look like their player of the year.
No. Question though. And like I said, I love Dylan, bro. He's a great talent. But was he, by stats and impact, was he the best player on his team this year?
Man, that man changed the game defensively, bro. I wasn't looking at stats for leading the score. He averaged 15, but what he did defensively, he was a game changer.
I agree.
But I saw him get in foul trouble in big games too, so that didn't impress me. I thought they were all equally balanced out. I mean, Isaac probably had more points scoring, but I don't think one of them stood out better than the other one. Just me personally. I mean,
okay.
I just they all had their own different gift to the team.
I agree. It's a three-headed monster.
So if you but more upside, you're gonna say Dylan 6'9" and Isaac, but no JP, that team struggles. No Isaac, that team struggles. And we just said no Dylan, they don't make it to state. So them three complement each other to the utmost. I can't knock none of them because what Dylan do defensively, I mean, that was different. Now, is that what you were looking for?
No, I'm just asking. Is he the best player on that team to you? Yes or no? This year?
I don't think none of the three were better than the other. That's what I'm saying. For me, I don't like what he. I think he was the weakest scorer of the three. But I don't think none of them dominated in a way that made me say, man, like none of them gave me that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like I see still room for improvement because even one game I saw Jamie light it up and he shot the lights out of it. He lost to Bartow. He was hitting threes from the volleyball line. You don't get nothing from you don't get 2 points from Dylan against Lakeland. Didn't impress me. The second time they played him with 6 points. I thought Isaac could have did more. I don't know, man.
Coach Barnes, I don't think you exempt now.
I'm sorry. I'm shaking my head off the text message I just got. Oh man, that's
It takes me. It takes you. I don't want to
Man,
talk.
wait to text him after the show, Coach. Do not text him.
I know they text me because they know what you is. It's breaking news right now. It ain't no. If on the floor, I would say Isaac, but to PG point, if Dylan stays at the Rock, does Isaac be able to do what he was able to do? Because he can't go play can't be on the wing and up top if Dylan ain't there. He got to go be on the block. So I think that Dylan made it so that JP and Isaac could be who they were. But having said that, if you asking me just production-wise, I would say Isaac. But I do think that Isaac greatly benefited from Dylan being there. If that makes sense.
I agree and I disagree. Isaac was a double-double anyway. Even last year, he was a double-double. He averaged double points and rebounds. And same thing this year. The production actually went up. It's a three-headed monster for sure. I think there has to be some adjustments, maybe system-wise, in order to make them a little bit more effective. And they'll be unstoppable. That's just me, in my opinion. But I just wonder what you guys think.
Yeah, I mean, if you put it just straight production, I would say Isaac. But I do think that Isaac's role was able to evolve because of
because of Dylan.
Does he evolve as much as he has without Dylan? I definitely feel like Dylan helped JP because I think JP would have had to play a whole different role if now Audit was kind of all over the place, so he probably did the same thing, but I think JP role definitely changed for the better with Dylan coming back.
Personally, I think he needs more touches. I'm not saying he needs more shots or he needs to average more or anything like that. I just think they should run the offense through him. Because when he gets more touch and he demands that attention, like you said, he makes everybody around him better.
I think that, and it's just me. I think they need to run Dylan outside and post Dylan and JP more. I think they need to run the high low or the inside out with Dylan outside. I think JP is their best post, but I said this after they lost the state. And Dylan still can get the same touches because he can shoot it. And I just think JP gonna end up with a guard on him, and it can't no guard. He too big and strong and skilled. I think he'll average 20 a game on the block. But I know that ain't gonna be his college position. So I know that's kind of tough. But for the sake of their team, I think
you gotta do what's best for the team. If that's what's best for the team, then that's what they should do. Like I said, I'm not saying that he should get more shots or whatever. I think he just needs to touch the ball more. For example, remember that last possession when it was down, he did not touch the ball like at all. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you on the touches. I just think that they didn't. In order to get touched, you got to run more sets. And today's Polk County basketball, let me make sure I say it correct. So I don't want nobody coming but they're gonna come anyway. But today's brand of Polk County basketball is not as predicated on running sets as it is letting the kids play. And I think sometimes, like you say, that your guys that you want to get the ball kind of get lost with that. I think the reason why Bartow beat Lakeland that time that they on paper shouldn't have beat them in the district championship is because McGriff made sure that KJ got every shot that he wanted KJ to get in every spot he wanted KJ to get the shot at. And I think that was the difference. And I don't know if we do enough of that. It's a lot more free flowing. That's a lot more kind of let them go type deal. And I guess it's a method to that. And I'm old school. I hadn't coached in a while, but I just believe if I want Tooman to get a shot, I'm gonna run a set to make sure Tooman get a shot. And we ain't gonna come down more than three times. And the guy who I want getting the shot don't touch the ball. I may let y'all do it a couple times. All right, hold on. I'm gonna run something to make sure folks touching the ball who I want. And I just think that sometimes Polk County basketball as a whole has kind of gotten away from that. It's just my take. Don't kill me with it, but they might. So, all right, man. So the last topic of the night, and I know y'all here for it. So if we can turn the page, tomorrow night is the national championship college basketball. Breaking it down, Kansas versus Carolina, two of the blue bloods. Who wins? Why? Who is the X factor? And a score prediction. I know both of y'all. I know both. It's gonna be hard for y'all to kind of break the game down, but because I already know y'all.
Yeah, I'm left out of the break the game down part because Kansas looked good yesterday. Looked really, really good.
Yeah.
But Villanova was without one of their best guards. Carolina looked really, really good to play against Duke at that level. I don't know, bro. I mean, I'm gonna pick up the win, but I don't have no game prediction. Like I don't have no breakdown to tell you what we got to do. I ain't watched Kansas enough.
Man, I think the two big men for Carolina is the key. I think Love is gonna do what he do, but it's a tough matchup. I think Kansas is well rounded. and they should be predicted to win. We should be the underdog, which should motivate us for it to be a good game.
Yeah,
I think that like I said earlier, I think the X factor for Carolina is love, and I think the X factor for Kansas is the guy I don't know his name. It's the shooter, Lightfoot. I think that's his name, Lightfoot. If Kansas, and nobody has been able to do this, which is why Carolina's still playing. If Kansas can get into Carolina's bench, I think they win. As long as Carolina can get away with playing them 5 guys, I think Carolina got a great shot. We don't know how healthy Baycott is, but whoever the shooter is, Coach Tripp, whoever the dude, not number 30, the other guy. But if they can get into Brown, that's what it is. Brown, the Brown. I think Brown is the X factor for. And the thing about like we talked about real quick, when Carolina beat us at Cameron, Carolina played with 5 people, bro, but 4 of them guys had 20 each. They had 94 points, and 86 of them was from they starting 5. So you know that Carolina is not going to they don't plan to use their bench. You only got to be great one more game. So if Kansas can get into their bench, I think they got a shot. I think that the big dude from Kansas and the big dude from Carolina, that's going to be a good match because they both play the exact same. They both big bullies. So that's going to be good to see. But
if it's one note, if just watching the game yesterday, Kansas don't attack the basket the way Duke do. And that's a plus for Carolina.
It is.
So they definitely got to shoot the ball great because Duke guys get to the cup.
At this point, how do you? I'm sorry, Monty, Frank, who else? The Kansas guys, 3 Kansas people. Oh, and Lance. Them are 3 Kansas people I know. But after tomorrow, there'll probably be more than that. But this is gonna be tough to say. But at this point, how do you, as long as if they can keep them guys on the floor, how do you go against Carolina? I mean, they done knocked off Duke, UCLA, Baylor. I mean, they with the same formulas, nobody's been able to stop it. So at this point, how do you? That's a good point, Fitzgerald. Who does Roy Williams go for tomorrow?
Carolina.
Alma mater. What you talking about?
He coached at Kansas too, now.
Understood.
He coached at Kansas too. Who we go for?
Carolina. Duh. He just left there, bro.
What that mean?
Seriously?
What that mean? You just come on, man. You got to get out the Carolina shades for a minute, man. But anyway,
yeah, for last night, man. That's what we're going for.
But anyway, I mean,
but coach, he's an alum. He went to Carolina. That's what I'm saying. That's why I think it leans toward Carolina.
No brainer, man. He went there, the assistant coach there, Dean Smith. Come on, man. I can't believe you asked that question.
Bro, he went to Kansas. What you talking about? He coached at Kansas for years.
He coached at Kansas.
He coached at Kansas.
So that don't mean nothing because he coached at Kansas. I mean, it's a fair question. I mean, I know y'all.
He don't have any more ties there. Like he still got ties to Carolina.
You see, he left, right? Left and went well.
To his dream job, exactly.
Exactly, man. What we talking about, man?
One more titles in Carolina he did at Kansas.
So what's the score? What's the score gonna be, y'all?
I have no clue. I'm just going for Carolina.
Yeah, I'm with that too.
We can beat them 40-38.
It's important for us to play ahead. I think if we get behind, we're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, don't let us hang around though.
No.
See what happened last night.
If we keep in striking distance, we dangerous.
Say that much. Let us hang around and watch what happens.
I do see South Carolina as being UConn at halftime, though.
There is love in the air. Hey, man, it's 1:30. It's an hour and 30 minutes, man. Y'all got me.
All right, man. Well, this is the end of the season for another season, basketball season for Polk Hoops, man. We appreciate y'all rocking with us, putting up with us, arguing with us, debating with us, agreeing with us, loving us, hating us. All of us love. We appreciate all of it. Want to say good luck to. Before we get off, I want to make sure I say good luck to the taken by surprise step team. Y'all, if you in the praying business, y'all give a shout out. Y'all send one up for the young ladies. They going like 100 deep this week to the national championship for a step in Dallas, Texas. Want to make sure that we wish both the junior varsity and the varsity safe travels and hope they perform well. We know they're going to represent us well. They've been doing it all year long, so I want to make sure we say that because we won't be on here before they take off. So y'all make sure y'all say a prayer for them, man, and good luck to y'all, bro. We know you don't need it. Them ladies have been working hard, and
We definitely need it.
So anything you want to say about that before we jump off?
No,
You want to keep quiet. You locked in. Coach Billy D, you got anything coming up with your guy? I know you doing a lot of. And shout out to Coach Billy D, man. He ain't gonna talk about it, man. I think last weekend, Coach Billy D coached like 3 different teams from like 2 different organizations. At the what's the name as far as travel ball. I don't think nobody works as hard after the season as Coach Billy D, man. So shout out to Coach
Man,
Billy.
listen, I appreciate it. And like good luck to y'all too, man. We expect for y'all to bring it home. But coach, it look like it's gonna be kind of the same this for the next couple of weeks. You know, we got a couple of different things going with a young group that's actually pretty good and with Tony Bradley. So I know with Tony Bradley, he's supposed to be in Atlanta this weekend for the open period.
You want to take the time to shout out your kids? You ain't got to shout out your kids on your squad and the county kids, or you gonna keep it?
I mean, most of them are county kids, so I'm not gonna do that right now. Okay. But you know, just know that those kids are working hard for sure.
And Miss Jones, we were going to release the brackets of the summer league or the pools tonight, but they have been kind of reconstructed because there's a couple more teams that have asked to be in that got added, and so before it's up to like 24 teams now though, which is amazing. So we're not gonna release it until they got it all kind of they got it all ironed out. We were going to until we got that news after I posted it. Okay. All right, but we'll put it on the page. Once it's official, we'll put it on the page. But it's not all finalized right now. So once again, man, good luck, y'all, man, up in Texas. Good luck, coach, on the road this week, man. Everybody be safe this week, man, at school. Y'all make sure, man, y'all in the 4th quarter, man. Make sure y'all ain't doing nothing. Class of 2022. Saw some prom
rights this week. I mean, not FSA rights this week.
Oh man, testing week, man. So yeah, we gotta be locked in, man. I saw some prom pictures this weekend, so that's that time of year. I'm so glad the kids get to go to prom. I know they ain't been able to do it the last couple of years, so prom, grad bash, and stuff like that. So 2022, y'all enjoy it, man. But finish strong in 23 and 24 and 25. Don't mess yourself up in the classroom. Finish strong also. So we'll be back at some point, but we'll post these winners tomorrow officially. Congrats to all the winners. And until next time, whatever next time is, man, Polk Hoops, y'all be safe out there, man. We out. Thank y'all for rocking with us, man. Appreciate you.